According to the FBI, cybercrime damages went well over $16 billion, and that's just last year alone. So a solid antivirus is absolutely non-negotiable these days. That's why I'm pitting 3 of the current best antivirus options against each other: Bitdefender, Norton, and TotalAV. Let's see their pros, their cons, and the best pick for specific needs, whether you're a beginner or an advanced user or a bargain chaser. For the latter group, if you already have a choice in mind, you can check out the best antivirus deals through the link in the description. All of today's picks will give you solid protection, so I can recommend each with confidence, but they tend to excel in different areas. So let's break it down. The most important mark of a good antivirus is solid malware detection. Naturally, each provider in today's roster has all the necessary tools to detect and get rid of malware, from multiple types of scans to check the system to real-time protection that acts like a security guard watching over the system 24/7. But having all these tools doesn't automatically mean that they're utilized well. So to check how well they perform, I ran a malware detection test separately for each antivirus. First up, I turned off real-time protection and I uploaded 100 malware files onto my Windows testing PC. So Bitdefender scanned the PC for almost an hour and a half and rounded up 86 malicious files, the most out of all 3 providers. Norton and TotalAV scanning times were wildly different, but they both detected 72 malware files, which is an impressive result. For comparison, a scan with Windows Defender revealed only 61 malicious files. Also, while Bitdefender and TotalAV maxed out my CPU at times, Norton never reached above 80% CPU usage, which was a very nice surprise. This antivirus was usually one of the most resource-intensive options, so I guess their recent app update did much more than just visual polish. Now again, these testings I did were only system scans with real-time protection and all other additional features turned off, so they make up only a part of the antivirus protection. Out of curiosity, I did run a separate RTP test as well, and this feature alone managed to snatch even more malicious files with each antivirus, with Bitdefender taking the lead once more. Now that said, if you want a thorough overall assessment of each best antivirus protection capabilities, the best places to look are independent researcher tests. I usually refer to AV test. They're part of the reason why I recommend Norton, Bitdefender, and TotalAV today, as all 3 got maximum virus protection scores in the latest testing, both when it comes to known and new threats. All in all, however, looking at all my testing results, Bitdefender does stand out with the most effective malware detection. But all 3 options will protect your device well. The independent test stands as very solid proof of that. So now the question is, how affordable is this protection? Antiviruses have a reputation of being expensive software. And yes, if you want all the flashy features, you can end up paying more than $100 a year, but there are much more affordable plans out there with the same level of protection. Now, in my view, the best affordable plan comes from TotalAV. Their cheapest option is less than $20 per year, but it can be used on 3 devices, no matter what operating system you run. Not only does it have all the best antivirus protection tools, it also adds a few extras like Disk Cleaner to improve system performance, or Web Shield for malware catching on the browser level, so it never reaches your device. Norton's cheapest plan is the Antivirus Plus subscription. Compared to TotalAV, it costs more and only protects a single device. That said, there are a couple of specific extra tools that make this plan worth it. You get 2 gigabytes of secure cloud backup for the most important files, and AI-powered Genie Scam protection to help identify and avoid scams. Plus, there's a completely free password manager available with this plan, and while it's basic, it's a nice addition for those who don't want to invest in a third-party password manager. Moving on, Bitdefender currently has the most affordable plan in this antivirus comparison, but the cheap price has a reason. The Antivirus Plus subscription only protects 1 Windows device, and that's pretty much it. It also lacks their privacy firewall, which to me is an important part of the overall antivirus protection Bitdefender offers. That's why I'd recommend going for their total security plan. It costs about the same as TotalAV's most affordable plan, protects 3 devices of any operating system, and includes an extensive list of device and privacy protection features. Now, as I mentioned before, whichever best antivirus option you end up choosing, make sure to check the links in the description to get the latest antivirus coupon codes. Otherwise, the subscription prices can get much higher than the ones that I've covered here. Now, I mentioned a few features that each antivirus has, and you might have noticed that some of them seem to have very different tool sets. So which option has the most powerful features? To me, that's Norton, hands down. It's easy to notice that this is the most feature-rich provider as soon as you open the app. But it holds a great price to value ratio as well. You can choose between 4 subscriptions based on what you need. There's even a plan with identity theft protection included, something the other 2 antivirus options do not have. It's also the only one with cloud backup, and you can get parental controls as well if you want to protect your kids from online dangers. So I already mentioned Genie scam protection, but it's a very cool new addition which uses AI to check messages, emails, and websites for scams. Not only does it flag suspicious content, it also offers guidance on how to deal with it. Since scammers rely more and more on AI to produce convincing fake messages, I think it's great to have AI on our side as well. Now, another standout feature of Norton is their smart firewall. It's one of the most advanced firewall implementations that I've ever tested. It watches both incoming and outgoing traffic from your network to detect any suspicious patterns and prevent hacking attempts. It's also incredibly customizable, just like the rest of Norton's app. So if you're looking for an advanced solution, you're gonna really feel at home with this one. All right, I also think that Norton has the best cybersecurity tools bundle out of the 3 best antivirus 2025 options. It has a free password manager included with each plan that can safely store not only login information, but things like credit card details as well. You also get the Norton VPN with higher tier plans. It's a great tool to protect yourself while using public Wi-Fi or just hide your IP in general as you browse to have a smaller online footprint. It works for accessing streaming content too, though it's not really an option for torrenters as Norton will block P2P connections. Okay, what about Bitdefender? This antivirus also has a nice set of additional tools, and some of them are really actually similar to Norton, like parental controls or a privacy firewall. Bitdefender also has a VPN, but it's limited to 200 megabytes of data per day, unless you're willing to pay for a pricier subscription to have unlimited bandwidth. But it's not the most powerful VPN out there, so at that point, I'd recommend looking into the Norton bundle. However, Bitdefender does have an impressive set of privacy tools, such as webcam and microphone protection, as well as anti-phishing and anti-fraud tools to protect you from scams. I also want to mention the Safe Online Banking tool. It's a separate browser that secures your transactions to prevent fraud. And there's a Bitdefender Safe Pay tool to autofill your credit card details. The last one is more for convenience, but it saves you a good chunk of manual typing, especially when shopping. Now, TotalAV is the most lightweight in terms of features, but it also offers a VPN and a password manager, albeit a pretty basic one. I also like TotalAV's system optimization tools. They're really effective at cleaning up junk, but you won't find parental controls here or a firewall. For the latter option, TotalAV works well in conjunction with the native firewall of your operating system, so I can't really complain. Also, this antivirus is usually bundled with the Total Ad Block solution, which is currently one of my favorite ad blockers. Even after the Manifest v3 crackdown on such tools, it still remained really effective even when it comes to video ads. So overall, Norton Antivirus has the most features and it's heavily customizable as well. So it's my best recommendation for advanced users. Bitdefender also has a good set of tools with focus on privacy and fraud prevention. Meanwhile, TotalAV will be the most feature light solution. So it's great if you just want solid malware protection without flashy add-ons. If that already helped you find your best antivirus pick, remember, you can get the hefty discounts for each provider through the links in the description. Or you can hit this QR code to get the most lightweight and easy to use option, aka TotalAV. I can specifically recommend this one for beginners, not just for minimal features, but for a simple and easy to understand app as well. That said, Norton and Bitdefender are also modern apps with intuitive layouts, but the sheer number of options and features these two have can be a bit overwhelming for first-timers. Unless you're feeling like an adventurous beginner, then you can always spend some time exploring the app and learn the ins and outs. It'll just take a little bit more time. I'll leave a link in the description for this tool as well, but for those looking for the best antivirus for Windows 11 or for the best antivirus for Mac software, here's a quick breakdown. TotalAV is the best affordable provider. Great for beginners that just want solid protection without having to overthink it. Norton is quite the opposite, one of the best solutions for advanced users that want various tools at their disposal, from a VPN to identity theft protection. Now, meanwhile, Bitdefender has the most powerful scanning options, so it's a great option to check for any pre-existing malware and then prevent future threats from reaching your device. So let me know which of these antiviruses you opted for, and if you still don't have one, make sure to grab that YouTube exclusive discount from the description and protect your devices. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.